Welcome to day 7 of 12 days of stretch breaks. Today we're going to start with 2 dynamic movements, and once we finish up those, we'll finish up with 3 static stretches. The first movement we're going to do is a side step squat. Start with your feet together, step your right foot out to the side, come down into a squat, stand back up through center, step to the left, and squat. And you're just going to go side to side for about 30 seconds. All right? And as always with squats, you can do a quarter squat, half squat, or you can really, get down low into that squat. Base it on your personal range of motion. Okay, but step out to the side, squat, push through your heels to stand back up through center. You got it. Let's do one more each side. Last one. And give those legs a quick shake. Move into the upper body, cross body arm circles. Cross those arms down in front of your hips. Sweep your arms up towards the ceiling, out to the side, and back down. Cross the arms down low, sweep them up and around. And each time you cross those arms down low, alternate what arm goes on top. Okay? So nice big cross body arm circles. Let's go for about 15 more seconds with this one. So a nice dynamic movement to warm up our shoulders. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's come into a pyramid stretch. Take a staggered stance, one leg in front of the other. Legs are relatively straight here. We're gonna hinge from the hips with a nice flat back. And you're just gonna rest your hands either on your thigh, maybe on your shin, or maybe even down on your ankle. Okay, wherever you feel that stretch in the back of that thigh of the front leg, that's where I want you to hold it. Okay, so nice static stretch for our hamstrings. And as you start to loosen up, maybe you notice that you can hinge down just a little bit further. All right, if that's the case, go ahead and do that. Let's stay on this side for 3, 2, and 1. Take your time, inhale your way back up. And let's go ahead, do the same thing on the other side. So staggered stance, one leg in front of the other, hinge from the hips, keep that flat back. Hands either come to the thigh, the shin, the ankle. Again, you base it on where you feel it. We all have different levels of flexibility, so no need to compare yourself to somebody else. And if you stop feeling it, maybe that's a sign that you can go down a little bit further. But if it's painful, ease back a little bit. Pain may be a signal that you're trying to push a little bit too far into that stretch. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Take your time. Stand on up. Let's come into a side bend. Raise that right arm up. Grab onto that right wrist. Pull up on your arm as you lean to the left. So a nice side body stretch. Again, stretching maybe from the shoulder all the way down your obliques, possibly even down into your hips. And I like to pull up and then lean. Last few seconds on this side. Chest faces forward the whole time here. Just focus on your breath. For 3, 2, and 1. Relax those arms down. Same thing other side. Bring that left arm up. Grab onto that left wrist. Pull up on the arm, and then this time we're leaning to the right. Okay, so this time, stretching that right side of the body. So pause here, and if it doesn't feel good to pull up on the arm, you can also just keep that right arm down at your side. As always, modify these movements based on what feels good for you. Well, let's stay here for about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Release your arms down. And last stretch is a forearm stretch. I want you to extend that right arm in front of you. Fingers can either face up or down. What you're going to do is you're going to pull back on those right fingers. Okay, so if your fingers are facing up, you're pulling back just like this. If your fingers are facing down, same idea. You're pulling back on your fingers, keeping that right arm nice and straight. So we're getting a stretch through our wrist and our forearm. I'm going to keep my fingers facing the ground. That's what feels good for me today, but it's fine if you have yours facing up towards the ceiling. Last few seconds on this side. 3, 2, 1. Release. Give that hand a quick shake. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay, fingers can face up or down, and then pull back on your fingers just until you feel that stretch. I mentioned it earlier that if you go to the point of pain, that's probably a sign saying that you're trying to push a little too far into that stretch. So ease back a little bit if needed. Ease back or go deeper into the stretch based on how it's feeling for you. 10 more seconds. That left arm is straight. You're pulling back on those fingers for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, give that hand a quick shake. And let's finish up this stretch break with one big inhale and exhale. Inhale those arms up. Exhale your arms down. And there you go. Day 7 of 12 days of stretch breaks complete. I look forward to you joining me tomorrow for day 8.